morning. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird and we all get a little woo woo. I really want that fucking thing lowered some more. I'm gonna put a hole in. I better not put a hole in that damn wall. Let me tell you. We are going to lower this down. I feel like a little bit, and then I will fix it when I. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's that time of year where mornings are a bit chilly in the house, and I don't want to turn the heater on just yet because it's gonna get hot later. So, um, I'm like, so I'm conserving energy, money, whatever you want to call it. So I've got my sweatshirts on. Yay! All right, we're gonna do a coffee and tarot. I've been feeling. I don't really know how this is gonna go. Uh, the time sensitive readings have been a little not time sensitive necessarily. And so I'm thinking I used to do just like a whole bunch of coffee and tarots with blips of other stuff. I think we're heading towards that right now, where spirit wants to take the lead and that we don't necessarily come with questions. I mean, we're always going to have questions, you know what I'm saying? But like, it just seems a little like the types of reads I'm going to be doing are shifting, is basically what I'm trying to say. And so that's what we're going to do. I really don't know. I'm along for the ride just like y'all. So I'm just like, let's do this. I was shuffling cards. Hey, woman. I was shuffling cards, and the only card to pop out while I was doing it, like I was preparing the decks and stuff, was this one. I was like, what? It's the sexual arts. I was like, what are we getting into today? I have no clue. I don't know if that pertains to anything, but it stuck out because the only one that decided to pop out while I was preparing. And I was like, okay, okay. Um, so, all right. Friendly reminder. You are a sovereign being over your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. My recommendation to you is to never Cinderella shit to make it fit. So, um, I don't know where we're going to start. Sacred Traveler's Oracle. There may be two messages today. So we're going to see. Fellow travelers, those on the journey with you, those you'll be meeting along the journey, those that are going to be joining you, that kind of thing. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. All right, let's see where this is going to go. Faraway places. So what I saw earlier was the fellow travelers, right? So faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. But the idea of like fellow travelers, like I don't know, either you're not going alone or you're going to be picking up people along the way, or and I think this is fucking faraway places. This has been the thing for 2025. I'm just telling you, there is a my nose is already itching. A redistribution of people. In the beginning, they were talking like they were calling it the mass exodus, where people are just leaving their locations and going somewhere else. And some leaving the country, some just relocating. But it feels as though a lot of people moving as in a major move, not like these minor ones where I'm just going to change, you know, the house, but I'm still in the same vicinity or the same location or things like that. It's not like that. This has been happening all of 2025. I think that there was a major move the first 6 months. They did say it would trickle into the remainder of the year, but like planning and deciding and coming up with started at the beginning of the year. Like people would come to terms with and understand I've got to change. So get ready for new horizons. I think there's going to be there's going to be a push. They're giving me there's going to be a push this last part of the year to try and get. Okay, so it feels to me that certain places are going to become no longer viable to move to after a certain period of time. I'm feeling like certain areas, not, I think that when I say not viable, like it's gonna become not an option for you to move to that specific area, and that so if you've picked something out or picked an area out that you have like in mind, I don't know what the conditions are going to be, but something will shift, and so people will probably be like moving to their secondary location, plan B, something like that. I don't think it's not a sense of if you've made the determination already that it needs to happen, even if you couldn't do it in 2025, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But because things are so in flux right now on very large scales, you're looking at things may have to shift. Um, I think some of it will have to do with governments, like local governments, state, provincial governments, country, things like that. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the fellow travelers that we saw earlier, that you're not. This isn't about what you're taking with you. That was in reference to um, the collective that you're part of that's transiting, but also you yourself, the people you're going to meet. So it's about. I don't want to say replacing, but it's about finding new community. Let's put it that way. It's deal with anything that if you are holding I just feel like this, if you're holding a grudge in regards to like anything in the present moment or from the past, if it still preoccupies space in your mind, if at any point it's still something that you keep referencing, that's what you need to do. Clear the past, heal the present. Like come to terms with what has happened up to and transpired up to this point, and just let it go, be done with it. That's what I want to say. Breaking trail or breakthroughs at hand. So that's the reason why I am really, really, really feeling like we're almost at the end of October, and because I'm feeling like way before the end of December. So like let's give it the next 6 weeks because I feel like something's going to be happening. Um, Now again, it's going to be a major push. It's going to be a push. So it may get a little uncomfortable for some because if it's a push, it means I mean, let's put it like when you're giving birth, right? And they go, bear down really hard, one more time, da da da, and you're doing it. Like sometimes, I don't know, I feel like it's like the forceps or some shit. Like spirit's like, I'm gonna help you push this shit through. So it can get a little okay, so they're showing me the weirdest. Okay, so the next image they're showing me is like one of those wooden roller coasters, and you're like jerk, 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 jerk. You're like, what? You come out thinking that your head has been severed, kind of a thing. Like it's so the force behind it. So there's a lot of force. There we go. I don't want you to just give me the word. So it may feel like kind of like jerky movements. Now they're showing me the teacups. When you spin, and so you're like that. Yeah, whiplash. Thank you, Anna. Like whiplash. Like it's like, good God. But like the teacups, when you spin, you're like, woo, like it just like it's a whirlwind kind of a thing. I feel like quick pivots and turns and changes and that kind of thing. Probably not much um time to adjust in between that. So Okay, we're gonna do it. They're showing me mountains and water. You know, I know that there are cards that have like the Great Plains and different things like, but people are very much so drawn to. There's something in the energetic vortex of these places where there's either water or the mountains. Like the mountains really have something in them. But they're bringing me to it right now. In fact, this could be a location where like the water meets the mountains. So, anyways, I'm seeing for some, they're showing me that one rock, like the Oregon coast. So in the United States, the Oregon coast, there's that one beach. It's not. Is it Bismuth? I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm putting name. My brain's just throwing shit out. They're showing me that, but there's a really specific beach known on the Oregon coastline with this big rock. Let me show you the fucking rocks so you can see. See these biggest. See these mountains? They look like rock, like jutting rocks or something like that. Anyways, that's what they're showing me, and then they showed me the thing. Same here. Look, water really. Now this is my cup of tea right here. The waterfalls, like, but the like rocks. There's something about. So that's the reason why they're like mountains. Um, I am seeing they're showing me. So this is going to be for a lot of people because, like, they're going to show me what I know, right? It would make sense to show me stuff in the United States. That's where I'm located, but they're showing me parts of Italy or the coast and like thing kind of reminds me of Connecticut, where like the homes are built into the rocks and stuff. The rocks, the hillside, the mountainside, whatever the hell it's called. My nose is itching big time, guys. So this is going to be a good one, I think, in my opinion. It's going to irritate my soul, but it's okay. All right. So there is, and the overall energy right now is do this now. It is clear the past, heal the present, come to terms with shit. Come to terms with what is, what has been, and just let it the fuck go. Okay. You may need to do some water rituals or like work with water or be near water. Um, Negative ions, blah 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 blah. Again, like I feel like the time is now to do this. Like do this now. Like get it done. Something the breakthroughs at hand, and you're about to go to faraway places. So, all right, where are we gonna? They're giving me the word seductive. But while this could be for you, it could also be like a place that lures you in. Because for whatever reason, I feel like seductive is located to a location or is related to a location. Where are we going? I've got several cards beaming at me, and I'm like, yeah, let's just stick with it. Night Sun Tarot. Okay, let's get in. I share in this now. What they're giving me now, I share in this where there is zero plausibility that you can tell in your life that you're going to be able to do this anytime soon. Like something major would have to change. But they did say there's a breakthrough at hand. So that might be why they're bringing this up because it's like, I feel like there's no prospect of it happening. Like nothing in your environment that really, or anything that's happening. In fact, there's probably more things, if you do pros and cons list, more things stacked against you to getting this done. Okie dokie. 5 swords. Like, this is like giving me a tension headache. Thoughts competing with one another. Like a fight going on inside your head. never coming to any kind of conclusion. That flew the fuck out. Queen of Pentacles. This is the idea of like you yourself are ready. You're ready. And it comes out underneath the clear the past, heal the present. Again, just come to terms with what is and let it go. That's what they mean. So this everything's all up in your head, competing with one another, all that kind of stuff, the arguments in your head, the back and forths, the worry, the anxieties, that's competing with, the plans and all that kind of stuff. That's where it's like you're gonna have to put that shit down. And that's what you can like that's what they mean by clear the past. It should not take up mental space. Heal the present, meaning come to terms with what is. Um, and what you desire, because it'll bring a lot of clarity to this. This is probably the only thing that stands in your way that you have control over. Okay, like when they talk about traveling light, that's the shit they're fucking talking about. And there we go. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. So here it is. Somebody is completely ready, according to spirit. And somebody's like, I don't have a plan. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't understand anything. My thoughts can't come to any kind of conclusion. I can't figure it out. And I'm lacking in so much of the resources and the avenues and again, just I don't have, like, it's not even that I don't have, like, I am, like, the odds are stacked against me, but yet spirit's like, you are literally, as a person, completely ready for this. At least I feel as though, again, you're also trying to figure things out because you're lacking so much. You're like, how do I overcome that amount of lack? There's just this battle going on inside your head. But can I say, if some major change just did like that, you would answer the call, you would perform really well, and like you would be prepared to deal with whatever it was. You have the capacity. To me, that says you wouldn't fuck it up, right? Even though you're like, what the fuck with this? Son of a biscuit eater. Sorry, the Empress card. That's what it is. Oh, Lord have mercy. The Empress. The Empress. Now, see, what I want to show you is this. The egg's already broken open. That's the new beginning. It's already begun. I just got a wave of anxiety right in my solar plexus. Like when you take like that deep breath, like, holy shit, it's already begun. Something's already started. Mhm. So the birthing process has already started. So when they were giving me the analogy of the birthing process, and like you're like push, because it needs to happen, and like you're kind of, and spirit's like, I'm gonna help you, and it's like, oh, I'm about to get ripped open, aren't I? You're gonna rip me out, like the force. So there's something about needing to hurry this birth process along. So you've already begun. You've already begun. And it's kind of like the idea of we can't let this go on for too long. It could be, it would be like pushing for, I don't know, 18 hours and them deciding that they got to do an emergency C-section, some kind of like drastic measure, even though it's completely safe and you'll be fine and the baby will be fine, whatever you're birthing and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like it's already begun. Something has already begun, but it has to be sped along. That's why they were giving me this timeline. Something's already begun, but it has to be sped along. So there may be some kind of like emergency intervention. Seven of Cups. I can't get away from the idea of like too many options. And so too many avenues, something too wide open. Um, like they just said leaving something to chance. Okay. They don't want to leave anything to chance. Five of Cups. This is the one where somebody's not, again, I actually think, like I said, clear the past. I do think that somebody's already cleared the past. It's more about just coming to terms with what is. So that's something about the present moment and just letting it go and not letting it take up space in your mind anymore. So again, Queen of Pentacles very ready because look at the three cups. Like this is what they mean by heal the present is come to terms with things. Usually they're staring at the three cups. The three cups talks about our current environment. If I were to bring the three of cups out, it's our network, the people we surround ourselves, the community in which we surround ourselves, the community that we participate in, the three of cups. It can be celebrations, but it is about the social network, the community aspect of something. Um, somebody and usually for the four of cups they're staring at what's currently in front of them, what they have available to them, and they're dissatisfied, they're not happy, right? And that's why that proverbial fourth cup comes out, right? And so it's one of those things where again three cups, and then in this one usually by the five of cups somebody is so dissatisfied that things have blown up, like you have overstayed your welcome. That's kind of like the baby, like it's eviction notice time in a roundabout way and metaphorical way. It is, this baby has overstayed its welcome. We got to get it out. Okay, it is time for this thing to be birthed. And so you are beyond the point of being dissatisfied or apathetic towards your current life. It is now becoming rancid and problematic for you, meaning and but the beauty of it is you're not concerned with it. Like again, these cups aren't spilled on the ground, you staring at it like, oh my god, what? You have totally let go. In fact, you have come to terms so much, which I think that this is again, when the clear the past, heal the present, um, that may have been what you were taking care of and why you've stayed, like this birthing process has taken too long because you had to take care of that. The only thing is not giving it free rent anymore in your mind. So I would say energetically within your body, emotionally, you're done, you've severed. Because look at this person. They know exactly what they got to do. They've come to terms so much with their current environment that they even took these cups, put them upright, and put them back on the shelf. They're nice and neat, they're ready, it's good, you're done. You even turned around, looked at the two cups, and picked them up. And now you're about to make your move. You're ready, you're prepared. Um, so I want to say it's like okay, so it's time for the emergency intervention in this birth process. You're ready. You're not concerned with your current environment. You might still be there. And again, that's a part of coming to terms with the fact, like, okay, yes, this has taken a bit, and I am still here, but fine, right? That's how you release it. It's not in your mind anymore. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Again, beyond gestation, letting something finally break ground. Again, sometimes this can feel like a lack of success because of how long it took. And some people look at having a C-section as failing at having a natural birth or failing at giving birth. Like I couldn't do it on my own. And it's like, it's not a failure. Okay. It's not a failure. It's not a lack of success. It's just what needs to happen right now. So some type of and again, yeah, to move you along because we got the Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. Again, I want to say the only thing sticky in this place is this. There's a dissection going on the reason why these swords are all crossed with one another, and like shing 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 shing, kind of thing, is because I feel like it's like sometimes when you analyze, you get back into the potential of focusing on the three cups, right? The fact that it's not perfect how you're leaving it. There's something about that. It's not perfect how you're leaving it. No, it's not perfect. The cups had already spilled out. Oh well. But you did the best you could. You came to terms. You put those cups back up on that shelf, upright, mind you. It's like you're not leaving this sloppily, but it's just not perfect. It's not the exit or transition, Six of Swords, you thought it would be. It's taken a little bit longer and it's just now breaking ground. And that might, I heard, annoy you. That it's just because, when a plant just breaks ground, you're like, it should be yay tall by now. Okay. But it is like the transition, the move is happening now. It is beginning. Like again, even before the plant, when you plant seeds, breaks ground, it's growing underneath. So the birthing process has already started. It's already begun. What's already begun? Tell us what that looks like. Because sometimes we think, I feel like this is something very tangible. Again, same as with having a baby. This isn't some woo 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 something in the sky. It's an idea. No, there's a real thing in the belly. You can't see everything's happening inside, but we know for sure it's a tangible, real thing happening and growing. Right? So this is like there have been some tangible things actually happening, like real world things going on in this birthing process. Let's find out what some of that is. And then we will get to the breakthrough that's at hand. I get annoyed. I know that I'm a millennial. Mini rant. I've been kicked out of being a millennial. I want you to know that I used to fight tooth and nail to say that I was Gen X. And then Gen X told me, you're not Gen X. Okay. I was born in 1980. Okay. And everywhere online was like, you're a millennial. I was like, I don't know if I'm a millennial. I'm a Gen Xer. And then I came to terms with it because I realized how much I had in common. I have a lot in common with Gen X. I have a lot in common with millennials. I experienced all the same shit. Um, Except for maybe the baby millennials, that might be a little bit different. But I'm just saying, like, and then all of a sudden here recently on social media and stuff, they're like, millennials started in 1981. Who the fuck do I belong to? Why am I getting outcast? It wasn't my fault. And then like, you're a zennial. I'm like, stop the dumb shit. Like, are we serious? Anyways, that's my little rant. I'm the outcast, of course. Could have told you that. All right, what is the stuff that's okay? That was very quick. It's already begun. The Dreamer, which is the Fool card. Unexpected opportunities have already been in works. We have the King of Wands. And the Two of Wands. I'm leaving that one over there because that feels like it's not a part of this. have Marvin Gaye's sexual healing song going in my head, and I don't know why. Queen of Wands. Give me a second, okay, guys? I was all like, I regret asking what was going on. I'm like, there's got to be this. This is not the scenario for everybody. There's obviously here a King of Wands that has been doing something like preparation to make moves towards a Queen of Wands. It talks about partnerships and contracts, moving forward, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, unexpected opportunities, a leap of faith, following someone's desires and dreams. What is this shit? This little whatever the fuck it is has to find its way into everything. Even if it's like it pertains, the reading pertains to way more than just this book. But I'm telling you right now, this shit keeps showing up. I swear to fucking God. I swear. Okay. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, shh. We was on a roll. On a roll. I was a little excited. I was like, a fucking King of Wands ain't showing up. This be showing up a lot with the Queen of Wands. So over here, I think this is a shared thing. Again, we talked about I just gotta come to terms with what direction this is. Look, we're gonna bring it back around, okay? I'm gonna get this out, and then we're gonna talk about everybody else that's a part of this collective where it ain't about. Okay? Just saying. Um, this is the nine of swords. Let me get a little closer so you can see it. There was wax and all kinds of stuff with one of my things that I did. They got all into it. Now, this is expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights, lots of anxiety here. I want to say again, both. I'm going with both. King of Wands, Queen of Wands felt like it was such a long birthing process. And again, the longer the birthing process happens, the more risk there is to both the baby and the mother, correct? And so that's kind of like it is concerning when something takes that long. And that's the reason why Spirit's like there's an emergency intervention happening. There's an emergency intervention to get this kick started. Okay. It's taking too long to break ground, break through at hand. So it's kind of like, ready or not, here they come. That's again like the that clear the past, heal the present. It's like just coming to terms with what is. Things didn't unfold or transpire, or the birthing process didn't go according to plan. Oh fucking well, we're about to make some shit happen. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. But this may have been a part, like I think this is giving me you all were both very concerned. There's a lot of fears surrounding how long it's taking. And so therefore, it's almost like you started living into it. But before this, I think there's some fear became a factor. Fear or anxiety became a factor as to why the birthing process took so long too. So, shh. But something has already begun because between the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands is the Two of Wands. That is the action card, the choice to take action, but also the choice on how to take action, in what way. Um, and to take some kind of leap of faith. Now, I'm getting the unexpected opportunity. Why did you highlight that? Nine of Pentacles. What do we mean by unexpected opportunity? What is the unexpected opportunity? Come on. It's the Nine of Pentacles with the Hierophant. So it's definitely giving like because of the fear, because of how long something took, you don't see it as plausible or that it's going to happen. So it does feel very like the again, even with the moving situation, it's like faraway places. Like even without this, okay, for those that this is not their scenario, right? Um, like someone is looking at the plausibility of something happening, and it's like, yeah, there's no way that something like that's going to happen that quickly. That's why I feel like the unexpected opportunity is more than just some kind of encounter, some type of meeting. Like there's something more to it. And they're giving me the Nine of Pentacles with the Hierophant. This could be because one of these is about self-employment, and the other one is about organizations, established businesses, and things like that. Hierophant can be that. It could be from being single and independent to in a union also. Um, Somebody very well may go from like being self-employed to employed. I'm gonna put that out there. That might be because I feel something tangible. Not just like, ooh, I'm gonna meet somebody. Like it feels something very tangible. Uh why does it feel that way, Spirit? Why does it feel like it's something more tangible? I feel propositioning. Like there's a proposition. Got something up his sleeve. I'm just gonna go with. So we have news of it in Page of Wands, news of an exciting endeavor, but also like the need to make a decision. This is, and of course, that would be between single and a connection, right? In a relationship, in union, or some shit, right? Um, the unexpected opportunity may just be the unexpectedness of it because like it goes 0 to 100 really quick. Um, and it's not going to be as smooth as it would have been had this not taken so long. That's where the jerky movements, whiplash, that kind of stuff comes from. So things are going to happen really quickly and like what, like that. Um, okay, so we're just going to leave. We're going to take this and put these back. So this is one scenario. For those where love is not involved, what is this? It's already begun. The birthing process has already begun. What is the birthing process has already begun? And can I just tell you, Um, did you hear that? Something fell. I'm home alone. This has been happening to me lately. The the uh, weird shit happening in the house has ramped up in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Like unexplainable shit. I was in my bathroom and the wall behind me, which is an outside wall, and on the other side, it's brick. Okay. So, like, there's a window and everything. When I tell you it was like that, like some like, but it was harder than that because it didn't sound like a hand, but it was like I don't know what it was. You should have seen me whip around and look at it like, what the fuck? I have had like something trying to get my attention. Okay. Okay. Um, but that happened right when I was saying that. For the okay, let me bring it back. For those where this is not love, and that's not the thing that's about to happen. Um, I want to remind you, this is going to be exceptionally fast. It's already been in the birthing process. Bad. mm, they want me to rephrase that because here's the thing. Okay, remember I just said that when you're giving birth in real life, you let that shit go on too long, bad things can happen. Things go really awry, and you might lose the thing you're trying to bring into this world. Okay, or yourself in the process. So when we're talking about timing, the reason there's some kind of emergency intervention. I have to go look, guys. I keep hearing something. Sorry, hold on. Okay. I know exactly what fell. My son has an iPad or a tablet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's weighted down. It has this like a big otter box around it, so it's really weighted down. It was sitting on the couch, like far back on the thing, and I have one of those humongous ottomans that almost takes up the entire couch so that people can stretch out like they're laying down. So there was no way for it to just fall off. Like the ottoman goes almost all the way to where the arm is on the couch. And so it was on the other side of the couch on the ground, on the other side of the arm on the ground, somewhere where it could not just fall off. And I know exactly where it was because I'm the one that fucking put it there this morning when everybody was taking 10 years to get ready. Look, bullshit needs to stop. Anyways, so timing wise, you need to understand this is going to be very quick because I think that we hear things all the time like it's already been in the works, and it's kind of like the excuse that it hasn't come in yet is because it's all been in the works. It's still in the works. Everything's happening behind the scenes. When we say it's behind the scenes and you don't see it right now necessarily, we don't mean that it's only being done in the spiritual. It's only being done in the etheric. We mean shit's actually happening in the world today that's going to contribute to this. And spirit's going to push something through. So and to talk about it in the sense of like this is an emergency intervention, like there's a rapidness to that. Once the decision is made to have emergency interventions when a woman is giving birth, um woman person is giving birth, um things move and happen very quickly. There's not much, it's not it's not a smooth transition. Again, just telling you, I've had C-sections. Okay? My body is set up in such a way that I cannot. Here's something you didn't know. I can't have vaginal births. Um Things are out of whack in there, and if I were to try to push a baby out, they would end up with some kind of brain injury. So I will forever and always have to have a C-section. Um, and so when you go into labor on the day it's not scheduled for, there's a whole lot happening all at once. Okay. And when they make the decision, it's time. It is like all hands on deck kind of a feeling. So I want people to understand that if spirit is to the point where they're like, this isn't just an intervention, this is an emergency intervention because we don't want what has been, because that's a long gestation period. That's a lot that has been in the works for a long time. Okay. And for the birthing process to already have begun, they're like, no, we're not going to lose this now. We're going to make sure this makes it into reality. So, um, this is the reason why I'm feeling like this. The next 6 weeks are really really important, and it feels mm, for whether it's love or not love. There is a location change, and shit's fucking happening very quickly. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Death card. Every ending brings a new beginning. Every new beginning has an ending. So they're one and the same. The alpha, the omega are one and the same. Why? I should have brought my clip. I should have brought my clip. Oh my god. My hair is getting on my nerves. Um, there's a whole lot of ending and beginning all at the same fucking time. Okay. Six of Pentacles is giving me the idea that what you need to do this is coming in. It's about receiving what it is that you need. It even talks on here like gifts of money, time, effort, new career opportunities, resources that give you the leverage for something. Seven of Swords does talk about plans. It literally says it plans that need revision. So again, it's like having a birthing plan and that shit goes to hell in a handbasket. We're gonna have to rethink something real quick, fast and in a hurry. I, I have gotten this on a personal level. Again, I think that Anna and I are gonna start talking. We need to start talking on here because like we have really great conversations and shit comes out and we both are like, I know within the US we're gonna start seeing access to certain places being limited. Meaning that, and I've seen this before. I saw this like back in February, um, where they really are going to start limiting travel across borders within states, and it's going to be very particular states that are going to do that. They've already played with the idea of it, but when you see the mobilization of the guard and things like that, and they're being sent to random different places, they're going to be used to monitor, so to speak, who and what is crossing state lines. Whether it's through like randomized roadblocks and things like that just to check for stuff. Like they're going to start doing that. And I'm also seeing that certain states are going to begin limiting, or certain areas limiting um who comes in. So like there's and by limiting I mean that's gonna be the end goal. It's not they're gonna much like everything that's happening right now, it's like, how could that happen? Like, and then they try to slide something in where it seems very inconspicuous and it's, oh, that's not really what's happening, but it's what's happening. So it's gonna kind of be like that. And because I am they really want me to say it. Like I'm usually having these conversations on my own with like, you know, other witchy people, and I'm like, some people, I think that's gonna be the crux of why where someone may go, where their environment's going to change, why that's gonna matter whether you do it now or later. It's gonna play a factor. And this isn't gonna be universal for like every single state, but we're gonna start seeing things happening, at least in the US, and we are already seeing things happen even across the globe. Like not giving certain visas to individuals because they have spoken out against certain things, country, things like that. Um but it's like sporadic and not unified, and it's kind of like, it's ever changing, it seems like, um and so it just complicates the situation is what I want to say. And so things are going to start looking more muddled. It changes the plausibility of certain things. Okay. Of locations and things like that. You're going to see I mean, it's not unknown. Everybody knows exactly where I'm at. I always talk about it. I don't really come out and say it, but I'm in the home of Andy Bashir, the number one state that will be impacted by a lot of the things that are happening. Oh my God. Our state is going to be hit hard. We are like the crossroads of America where so much comes through our state to get to other places, which is the reason why we are a very huge manufacturing state. We are a very huge source of coal. Um, and so our economy reflects those things just because of our specific location. We are at the heart of where so many things cross, to the point where, again, that's why we have so many tornadoes. That's why we literally have where weather from the north and the south meet always right where we're at. Um, the infrastructure is going to be crumbling. It already is, and we've already had a lot of devastating natural disasters hit that's making it very difficult to bounce back from. That's There's going to be a lot of reasons why people will have to move, even if they love where they're at. The populations are going to begin shifting. They already have been. I want to say it's going to become a lot more evident when they start trying to crack down. Okay. Um, I think a panic will set in, and more people will be pushing even more to try and, because again, we're talking about a place where there's going to be medical assistance, uh, deserts. Like we talk about food deserts. We won't have doctors. We won't have medical care. We won't have, and towns are going to crumble. There will be almost infrastructure is going to come tumbling down. Um, so uh, there's just a lot pending, and I know in my state, Anna's right. Next month, um, like they've cut off benefits, and our most of our children in our state receive benefits. I know that where I live, my children go to a Title I school, and so they receive free breakfast, free lunch. The entire county receives that. Um, that funding is going to be cut. Uh, EBT, Medicaid, there's a lot happening, and we have a humongous elderly population that depends on um, those types of benefits. It's you know, it is what it is. Um, but there's going to be a lot of reasons that people will need. It won't just be like it's not just about like political lines. Like there will be it'll be a necessity to move closer to create a stronger community, to be near the resources that people need. There's just a lot that's going to be happening, and so when we venture into this is more serious than just how, why, and what leads up to it is going to be different for everybody. So that's the reason why love is probably a factor. But we need to be very clear that there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of reasons and a lot of individuals that are going to be displaced for one reason or another, and we'll be moving. Okay. And earlier in the year, it was more of like, hey, um, let's help you be proactive. This is going to be a thing, and if you come to the conclusion that you need to move, start making those choices. Now we're getting closer to the you're going to have to. It's no longer going to be uh, I'm being proactive, and it's a dire need right now, and it has to happen, and for some people, it will become an emergency. So I just want to bring that up because of that. Um, but I'm probably in one of the major epicenters of where that's going to visibly see that transpire in a very tragic way. Is what I want to say. Um, anyhow, now, um, somebody may feel like this is poor timing again because you're like, I don't have certain things. But we go from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. So there is an element of getting something that's necessary in order to be able to make this happen. David! Hey! I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling good. Um, well, take notes, Anna, if you can. Oh, today's Thursday. I forgot. When I tell you every week we relive this, Anna's my cousin. And we relive this where I go, oh, you're off. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're off of work. Every week I do this. I know her damn days off. Why I act like it's a surprise every week. I'm sure she's like, there, Shauna. There. God. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's talk about this. What's happening? So for others, there's a resource. Like you're gonna get some kind of tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Because if it's not love, it's something else that's the crux of what you need. But it's quick plans are being revised. Like it's very quick. David, you need to go. I don't know why. You need to maybe I actually don't know, but go back and watch from the beginning afterwards because they were showing me where water and mountains meet. And I said, I keep seeing the Oregon coast, and I know you're up there. I kept seeing that, that one place, that one beach. Is it Bismuth? I don't fucking know the name of the beach. Where it has that one big rock out there, like everybody goes to see. They were showing me that in my mind's eye, and I was like, oh. And now that I'm thinking, oh, you're, what I'm saying, like you're on. I'm like, fuck, go back and look because it could be. I don't fucking know. It could be. Um, Hold on. Yeah, keep your eyes open. The gates are opening. Yeah. I think that is off the coast of what? No, 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 no. This is Oregon. I fucking know it's Oregon. Thank you very much. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not. Bismuth may not be the right beach name. It's Oregon. It's Oregon. I have it saved in my phone. Okay. So here's okay. Anyways, go back and watch. Or there may be something in it, is what I want to say. If they're mentioning Oregon to me, so something for you. Anywho's, um, yeah, it's ending a shit ton, and it's okay. So what is the Six of Pentacles? Well, that was fucking fast. Page of Swords. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so this is challenging information, delays, or changes to plans. They are okay. Okay. This is it could be necessary and needed information. Um no, you're receiving something. You're receiving something. Somebody's going to give you something. I had no intention of saying that. High Priestess, 3 of Cups. They're like your things are going to change on a dime is what I want to tell you. There's this like taking action immediately kind of energy, but I wanted to know what was happening already behind the scenes. How is this behind the okay? Yes, this is behind the scenes, high priestess, things that were happening that you weren't aware of. Tell me more. I need to understand. You've got 3 of cups. Okay. Um, and this one, it does feel like something to be happy about, but a significant life event that leads to change. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We already fucking knew that. This one. Promising venture, important documents. I cannot, I can't keep it strictly to work. Change of plans. It was all like something that's been underway. And with High Priest, it's almost kind of like those always meant to happen. Again, this is if love wasn't the thing, because we're talking about faraway places. We're talking about moves. Um, and I'm asking about those where it's not a love factor because there's a breakthrough is basically what's happening for those who are just catching up. There's a breakthrough and an emergency intervention that's about to happen because this birthing process has taken too long and now certain things are in danger as a result. Uh, and so there's the idea of now they're bringing me to the 3 of Cups talking about your current environment, your current social network or something social. Um, I don't know if this is like social media, your current environment. Something's been happening in your current environment that's going to lead to so something that you're doing currently in your current circumstances For those where it's not love, it's kind of like there's something you're engaging in right now, something that you're doing right now with your current circumstances, like currently in your life, within your environment, which could be like your community, your social network, whatever it is, your work, whatever it is. Like there's going to be a positive change there. Something positive is going to happen, and it's a significant event that leads to a lot of change, and it has a very promising. It's like a promising venture. So okay, okay, then that's kind of like a bit of the breakthrough. Also, though, I was asking about what's been happening leading up to it, like what's been going on in this birthing process because they did talk about like things happening underground, Seven Pinnacles, but very tangible, not like etheric shit. There's been some real world shit happening and going on and transpiring that's leading to this breakthrough. So somebody may be doing, for those where it's not love, somebody may be doing something, just whatever you're doing currently in your life that you have either felt led to, High Priestess, or that uh, it's kind of like was always meant to be or always supposed to, like, you know what I mean? Um, there's something very powerful happening with that. How does that breakthrough lead to faraway places? Thank you. Secret Tarot. How does the breakthrough lead to faraway places? We've got again the fucking earlier there was the damn when I tell you this motherfucker show up all the time. King of Wands, Two of Wands, Queen of Wands. I was like, okay. So there's something with for some there's an approach from somebody. They're doing some kind of an approach. And the reason why it's very tangible is because this person has actually already started what is necessary to approach you. So that's going to be very, very quick. Like it's going to be very, very quick. And then for others, something currently in your life is going to pop off. Something that's kind of like you've been guided to do, you've been doing, you may have like a spiritual soul connection to, but it's a significant event that's going to turn things in a new direction, a promising venture. Well, fuck me. I swear to God. Knight of Wands with the Two of Cups. Okay. This breakthrough. Okay. We have like the Celtic knot down there. Um, my hair's getting on my nerves, so we're just gonna deal. Okay. See, this is what I get for okay. Okay, so I did say what's the breakthrough, and I mentioned both. I was about to say, I was like, why are we back on the love situation? But I did touch the cards, and I did include it in the breakthrough. Very, 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 very quick movement. There's like when it comes to the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, there's going to be a relationship that develops exceptionally fast. First off, Knight of Wands making moves, okay? Very passionately going towards something with zero hesitation, with excitement, with fervor, all that kind of stuff. It's also developing and moving forward fast because of the individuals involved. With the Knight of Wands, we have a person involved. Eight of Wands traditionally doesn't have any depiction of individuals because it's spirit led, right? So two different types of speed, right? Or initiators of the speed. For the King of Wands, there's going to be quick, fast movement towards somebody to start something. But and I think that they're so determined. It feels as if it develops very fast. Like it's almost like because the Knight of Wands is the overnight card. It's like overnight, the two of you are inseparable. Okay, it develops very fast. There's also like it's coming in very quickly. What's the emergency intervention on that one? Let's do okay. Let me just get my question out. Because spirits like no matter what the scenario is, the birthing process is taking too fucking long. And so there's an emergency C-section happening. What is the emergency intervention that Spirit's going to do to make this happen? Can you please share that? Cannon Beach. I knew you would know. Mhm. Son of a biscuit. Okay. What the fuck? Queen of Wands. Oh, so the King of Wands is gonna come in so fast. He's gonna look like fly by the night. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Shmizzy woozy wee. Lovers on the fucking bottom, y'all. Seriously, he ain't playing. So the breakthrough is it is the King of Wands turning into the Knight of Wands. I get a giddiness, happiness, gung ho ness about it, like wild hair up somebody's ass. And I think it's because the Queen of Wands is staying the Queen of Wands. She ain't going towards she ain't. Alrighty. Communication is what it's going to be. Ace of Swords. So there's going to be a really quick, fast communication. What about the other one? What is this breakthrough? Um. Okay. Oh, that was the emergency. Ace of Swords. Now, here's the thing. The Queen of Wands garners attention. Why do I feel like the King of Wands is going to see the Queen of because we've had both the Two of Cups and the Lovers come out with that shit. It's as if he's going to get smacked upside his head and see her as, oh, that's who it is to me. Oh shit! Like a realization of who she is. That's soul connection. That's soul contract. That's and it's like quick, fast, and in a hurry. He's going to communicate the truth. He gets the truth. He gets smacked upside the head by the truth. Ooh, how are you going to do that, Spirit? I want to gossip now. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Empress came out again. There's some kind of soul recognition. That's all I can say. Six of Cups. But how is that the emergency intervention? Because he's already. Hold on here. Whatever this shit show is. I don't know why I'm fucking looking like that. I was. God, sometimes I don't want to look at myself in the camera because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I cannot watch my videos back because, like, I cannot replicate the facial expressions. I do shit that I wouldn't do normally in person. I don't know why I get like that. Oh God. Sometimes I regret looking at the fucking whatever it is. Anyway, hold on. This is juicy, and then I'll get to the other one. Because here's the deal. If love is the situation that's about to happen, because whatever that fucking thing is going to get you to the faraway place. Again, motherfucker's probably at a distance. Okay. But he goes from the King of Wands to the Knight of Wands, like, oh shit. He jumps into action. There's no more resistance, no hesitation. It's like there's some kind of recognition. See, they've said that this has been going on behind the scenes already because we were asking about that shit, and that's when they kind of were like, "Mm." So Spirit already knows he's going to make moves towards you. So in this situation, the emergency intervention may have already happened. Because this motherfucker has clarity. For somebody, the Queen of Wands said something that, whoop, like, I just feel like going, oh, like there was a realization. Something was said, and he's like, oh shit. Oh shit. There was a soul recognition. I almost choked on my own spit. um, Whoever the Queen of Wands is, I'm getting children vibes here. And I feel like somebody may already have children, or that whole thing where it's like somebody's ready. I'm getting children. I feel the energy of children. But I am also getting like past life. I King of God. It's not very many masculines, even if they're spiritual, that would use that terminology. They might feel something, but they wouldn't necessarily use the terminology like we have a soul contract. I've known you in a past life. Like not that's not the common vernacular of many masculines, I will say. Um Last card on this. He's decided. So whatever intervention already happened worked. Okay. King of Swords. King of Swords decides. He's very decisive. Because he's got all the facts now and he acts immediately. Ten of Wands he's also the one that comes up with the plan. So the emergency intervention in the love situation's already fucking happened, and now MFer has devised a plan. I don't know why they always make it sound like that, but like he's basically concocted something in his head like he's gonna do. That's a plan, right? Ten of Wands. I do think that that's closing that gap because it's the idea of doing the heavy lifting to figure something out, to work something out. And then the Ace of Pentacles. So it can be brought into reality. So he's doing something. That's why they're like tangible things are happening behind the scenes that you aren't aware of. He's gonna be hurried along. I feel as if like the emergency intervention happened, and it's like again the last push, and Spirit's gonna put momentum behind it. That's the reason why he's gonna come across as the Knight of Wands. Okay, because he's gonna come in real quick, hurrying and fast. What about those where it's not the love situation? What is the breakthrough? And the emergency intervention. What about the others? Either you're coming into a contract or work. We got Three of Pentacles, which is it's material. It's like, but it's also like the team player. It is the networking card in the sense of like financial business work related. So we have the Three of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles, which is really being able to do well for oneself, self-sufficiency, independence, something, something, and Three of Pentacles can be contracts too, like some kind of like agreement or whatever, where you create some level of independence, financially speaking, with the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is definitely making me think of like an existing organization or it's really giving work vibes right there. Something already established. If it's not work, because we had the Six of Pentacles, it's the resource that you need. So it might be some kind of financial something. Again, Three of Pentacles talking about like there's paperwork, there's contracts, there's something official about it, but it elevates you from the Three of Pentacles, which talks about being a team player, meaning having to depend on others, to the Nine of Pentacles, where you're self sufficient, independent. Um, Knight of Swords, something, whatever it does, when you get elevated to the Nine of Pentacles, it again, Knight of Swords, it's a 180 pivot. It's the path before you is clear then. There's definitely money involved in this. Definitely. Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. I'm trying to figure out for certain. It's either going to be, it comes through some level of contract or work, but there's something of interdependence to independence. And the Hierophant is the idea of being able to create the life external to you that you desire that reflects you internally, right? The High Priestess is the ideas, the creativity that goes behind the seeds that you plant for that. But Hierophant with the masculine energy is creating the life external to you that you want and desire that you had already thought about, and that happens really quickly. Now, over here, Knight of Wands, there's a person contingent upon it. Makes sense because it's love. Over here, we do not have this is spirit contingent. What is the intervention, the emergency intervention? Star. Definitely between the sun and the star. It's like giving granting a wish. What is the star? What is the emergency intervention? The, the wish, the thing that you desire that you keep holding back from. Eight of Swords. I want to say it's like because you think it's not possible. Like whatever you're saying. Okay, here's the thing. If you're like, I can't do X, I can't move forward, I'm stuck in place, I am whatever because of this, they're granting that. All the more reason why to come to terms with the way things happened, the way that it unfolded, how it happened. I know you had a different plan, you had a different birth plan, but I'm just telling you right now, you need to be okay with the fact that things didn't go exactly how you thought they should go, when they should have gone, and all that kind of shit. It is coming to terms with what has transpired, how this is showing up. Um, Again, and just leaving that there, right? All those thoughts and stuff. So if you're like, I can't because of, that's the wish that they are granting, and it brings peace. You're not even near the coast, buddy. You need to get to the coast. Justice. It'll make everything right. So that's why it's tied into, if it's a job offer, it's a job offer. It takes you from being interdependent to independent, right? It takes you from having to do things with a group to being able to do it all on your own. It also takes you to a place where you can create the life that you've been wanting. But there's been something that has kept it stuck. It's like a complete 180, and it allows you to completely cut ties. Knight of Swords. And I think that's specific to whoever is in that group. That is because what you've been wishing for, and what I think you have pinpointed what you need, that's the thing that's going to come in. That's different for everybody. But it makes the path ahead of you very, very clear. Sun card. No obstacles to achieving what it is that you want to. So, on the left side, that breakthrough, the emergency intervention's already happened. That's going to be showing up. There might be one more like proverbial, you know what I'm saying? Like to help with that last push. That love situation is going to come in like a Knight of Wands, like a bat out of hell. And it's going to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Same with this. Same with the other scenario where there's a breakthrough at hand. You're going to get what it is that you've needed that you haven't had. And it causes you to change plans like that, because you were planning according to the idea and notion that what you needed wasn't going to show up. So when it does, you're like, oh, fuck. Because again, somebody understands the timing of something. They've been wanting to do this for some time. So, okay. But it all plays into the idea of moving, new horizons, faraway places. So, like a place you should have been at is what I want to say. Somewhere you should have been at. That's the birthing process. It started a long time ago. You're like, what is going on? You know, spirit is trying to let things naturally unfold, but it's time to get you where the fuck you belong. It's time sensitive now. So, okay, we're gonna leave it there because that was a lot. I hope the message reaches whoever it's meant for. I hope everybody has a fantastic and wonderful day. Easier said than done since I am currently having balance issues. Something going on with my inner ear. Mm, mm. Um, if it comes through clear, because there's something there, but if it comes through clear, I'll send you a message. All right, guys, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I know it's been a hot minute. It has. We do. We do. All right. Have a fabulous day. I will see you guys at the next read. Okay. Peace out, home skillets.